All right, Shalom Israel, back again, part 4. Jump right back in it. Francis Bacon exposing Shakespeare right now, exposing KJV Bible. It says, not only do these marked similarities of style and terminology exist in Bacon's writings and the Shakespearean plays, but there are also certain historical and philosophical inaccuracies common to both, such as identical misquotations from Aristotle. So both the Shakespearean plays and Bacon's writings misquote Aristotle the same way. They have the same philosophical inaccuracies. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. I don't know how much other proof do you guys need. Let's get some more for you guys. If you guys need more, here's more. It is evident also that the mispaginations in the Shakespearean folios and other volumes are keys to the Baconian ciphers. For re-editions, often from new type and by different printers, contain the same mistakes. So see, all these so-called mistakes that you find in the texts and in the Shakespearean folios and whatnot are actually ciphers. And that's how it is with a lot of those old writings of these so-called great works of art, these great literary masterpieces and whatnot. They're full of ciphers, man. They're full of ciphers and cryptographs and all kinds of stuff, man. Look, how come if not, well, how come in a new type and in different printers they contain the same mistakes? Makes no sense. Look at this. The requirements of Lord Verullem's bilateral cipher are fully met in scores of volumes printed between 1590 and 1650, and some printed at other times. So see, his little bilateral ciphers were all over his writings. Bilateral ciphers. And it explains that in this book what a bilateral cipher is. It's using two different texts to write out a little cipher. The cipher had been deleted from subsequent editions. So see, they deleted them from some subsequent editions. The presence of hidden material in the text is often indicated by needless involvement of words. So anytime you're reading something and you're just like, oh, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Or why does it just randomly say that? Well, they're giving you a cipher, man. If you grab all of those little things together, all of these little keys, and you put them all together like a puzzle, then you'll come up with a little hidden mystery, a little secret doctrine that they threw in there for you. National treasure, man. The text is meaningless jargon, evidently inserted for cryptographic reasons and marked with Bacon's signature, the hog. So the hog is a signature of Bacon. The hog, Bacon, comes from the hog, right? Francis Bacon. The hog, I don't know if you guys ever read the Book of Enoch. The hog, the boar, is also symbolic for Esau. But we'll get to that in a later date. It says, the year following publications of the first folio of Shakespeare's plays in 1623, there was printed in Launeburg a remarkable volume on cryptography avowedly by Gustavus Salinus. Okay, so this guy, Gustavus Salinus, printed out a volume about cryptography. and he considered extremely probable that this volume constitutes the cryptographic key to the great Shakespearean folio. So this guy's book, Gustavus Salinus, gave you the keys of cryptography to break open the Shakespearean folio. So sometimes you even need other authors, other Illuminati, Masonic authors' books to crack open other books. See, look. Certain emblems are peculiar to volumes containing Baconian Rosicrucian ciphers. So it's all Rosicrucianism. It's all Baconian ciphers, man. It's all about ciphers. It's all about hiding stuff. They like to hide things. Hide and go seek, man. They're just playing a bunch of games. They're just a bunch of children. This code was discovered by Henry William Beers in 1900. And after it has been thoroughly checked, its exact nature will be made public. So but they haven't made that public, of course. It says, no reasonable doubt remains that the Masonic order is the direct growth of the secret societies of the Middle Ages. So see, Masonic order comes from the secret societies of the Middle Ages. Nor can it be denied that Freemasonry is permeated by the symbolism and mysticism of the ancient and medieval worlds. So it's all about that ancient symbolism. It's all about that ancient symbolism that comes from Babylon, man. All these things, all these signs and symbols, it's all Masonic. It all goes back to the ancient mystery schools, which Masonic order is just a modern version from the ones of the Middle Ages. It says Sir Francis Bacon knew the true secrets of Masonic origin, and there is a reason to suspect that he concealed this knowledge in cipher and cryptograms. So that's what he did. That's all he did. He communicated. That's why he came up with the KJV Bible. He was just communicating his little cryptographs, giving the Rosicrucian secrets to his brothers that would read it and read it and know what was going on. This secret society, having rediscovered the lost wisdom of the ages, so they're talking about Masonry, they rediscovered the lost wisdom of the ages, and fearing that the knowledge might be lost again, perpetuated in two ways: by an organization, Freemasonry, to the initiates of which it revealed its wisdom in the form of symbols. So see, Freemasonry, they just got rid of the old mystery schools. Remember, they got rid of all the old mystery schools. They're kind of consolidating now. They're getting rid of, they're chopping them all down. They're trying to consolidate them to Freemasonry, because Freemasonry follows the pure Luciferian doctrine. And that's what they want to get it down to. So now they plugged it all into Freemasonry, right? Revealed in wisdom in forms of symbols. They reveal it by symbols. By embodying its arcana in the literature of the day by means of cunningly contrived ciphers and enigmas. So see, even the literature of today, of all the ages, this is why it's secret teachings of all ages, from ancient times to now, the literature of the day by means of cunningly contrived ciphers and enigmas. So that's what they do. They embody everything, they hide everything in ciphers and enigmas. Evidence points to the existence of groups of a wise and illustrious fratres, who assume the responsibility of publishing and preserving for future generations the choicest of the secret books of the ancients, together with certain other documents which they themselves had prepared. So that's what it is. All these guys, they have people that preserve everything for them, and that's what they present you. They present you with what they want to present you with. They have all the secret knowledge. They have everything locked up in the Vatican libraries. They have everything locked up in museums and the Smithsonian and all kinds of places, and they don't let nobody see anything. They give all of you so-called profane people what they want to give you, but all the people of the 30th degrees and above, they get the real knowledge. That future members of their fraternity, see, you have to be a member of the fraternity, might not only identify with these volumes, but also immediately note the significant passages, words, and chapters or sections therein. They created a symbolic alphabet of hieroglyphic designs by means of a certain key and order. The discerning few were thus enabled. So discerning few, so they hit everything with numbers by symbolic alphabets and whatnot. Even the layout of the books have a symbolic meaning. Hieroglyphic designs, right? Discerning few were thus enabled to find that wisdom by which a man is raised to an illumined life. Remember, the Most High elevates us, right, us Hebrews, to a state of so-called godhood or lesser angelhood. But these men raise themselves to an illumined life or to Illuminati. And they think that they're evolved. Like I said, they just take our stuff and they pervert it, they run with it, and they do everything for Lucifer, for Esau. It says, Sir Francis Bacon was a link in that great chain of minds. It says Francis Bacon was a link in that great chain of minds which was perpetuated, has perpetuated the secret doctrine of antiquity from its beginnings. So see, Francis Bacon was just another link in the chain, and all these guys have just been perpetuating a secret doctrine of antiquity from the beginning. This secret doctrine is concealed in his cryptic writings. The search for this divine wisdom is the only legitimate motive for the effort to decode his cryptograms. So that's the only legitimate motive. See, that's why none of you people ever figured this out, because none of you have a legitimate motive to search for divine wisdom. See, they search for divine wisdom from Esau. They search for divine wisdom from Satan. But we search from divine wisdom from the Most High and from the Torah. They use witchcraft and a bunch of nonsense. We use the Torah, and the Most High blesses us with knowledge if we fear Him. It says, Masonic research might discover much of value if it would turn its attention to certain volumes published during the 16th and 17th centuries, which bear the stamp and signet of the secret society whose members first established modern Freemasonry, but themselves remained as an intangible group controlling and directing the activities of the outer body. This is the Illuminati, man. They're an intangible group, untouchable group, unseeable group, directing the activities of the outer body, driven by Freemasonry, started up by the 16th and 17th century guys like Francis Bacon. Hold on, Israel.